We're dealing with a guy, Hunter Biden, who's intoxicated on cocaine, who's just all over the place. He's a mess.
Yeah.
But he says in the laptop, and he wrote it, the big guy, and we got to do this. What is the most damning thing that you, John Solomon, who knows this inside and out, the most damning thing that Hunter Biden wrote about his father in that laptop?
There are suggestions in 2015, 16, and 17 that he is sending money to his father. There's one reference where he talks about, I had to give up 50% of whatever I earned to my dad over the years. That's a really explosive revelation. And then there are discussions of shared credit cards, shared bills that he appears to be paying on behalf of his father. If those are corroborated by the FBI, who has access to this laptop, if those transactions occurred, then Joe Biden was a financial beneficiary of Hunter Biden's Foreign Inc. shakedown that he did. That's the missing question that we're all trying to get.
Okay.
And there's only a few people that can get that.
Very good. That was as clear. Even I understood it. That was so clear that if Joe Biden, as vice president of this country, benefited financially by helping his son reap money from overseas concerns, and no one knew about it because it's not on Joe Biden's tax return, because he had to make his tax returns public, and I saw them. And there isn't a little box saying, I got 50,000 from Hunter. Okay? There isn't that. So then you have a criminal act, hello, Spiro Agnew, committed by a sitting vice president if the FBI can bring in, as you said, corroborating evidence. Still would have to be cross-examined in a court of law. Remember, we believe in due process here, and so does John Solomon. Okay? We want this to be vetted. But that is the crux of this matter. Now I'm going to ask you for a prediction.
Sure.
Do you think Hunter Biden's going to be indicted by a Justice Department under his father, Joe Biden?
I'll play it safe as a reporter and tell you that I'm seeing a lot of activity in the grand jury and among witnesses that suggests that the prosecutor in Delaware is preparing a criminal indictment against Hunter Biden. The sort of steps you take, there would be no reason to bring witnesses before the grand jury unless you're planning to indict Hunter Biden. So it does look like the activity is consistent with preparation for indictment, sort of like what we saw in the few months before Michael Sussman, the Clinton lawyer, was indicted recently in the Russia case. Almost identical type activity, different circumstances. So yes, I think right now there's an effort to indict him. Whether a grand jury will hand down that bill, we don't know yet.